Welcome to Trading Lounge and the daily US stocks for Monday, April 25, and starting with Apple here. So definitely heading down, as you know. It looks like we're working in lots of three. So we'll look for 5 waves down in C here, and it will just be natural to see support coming off the old lows here, and also we've got this medium level here at 150 that should be a bit of a kicker to send it back up in 3 waves to wave X here, and then another 3 waves down at this point. So yeah, we can safely stay short. There will be minor fluctuations, especially around 160 and 158 in that sort of area there, but let's go in and have a look at this. I don't think there's much we can pick up from the 2000 ticks, but we'll just check. Pretty much the pathway that we're looking at the moment. So we're counting 5 waves down into this move. Let's just go to 100 ticks, I think. Right, so in a nutshell, from wave B here to wave C here, we're looking for 5 waves, and we've got wave 1 and 2 in here, and we're looking down for wave 3, 4 and 5 in this case. So we can expect, as I mentioned, some support to come in at 160 and 158, that sort of area. But looking at this here, we could also just kick back up to there, bounce off the 160 perhaps, retest and check those highs here at wave 4s, then go down to 158 for wave 5 here, and then back again for probably lower at 162 or something, and then down for the next wave to the downside. If that is the extension in wave 3, well then wave 1 and wave 5 will be roughly the same. We'll just go to 5 ticks to drill that out a little bit here and bring in a bit more data here. So yeah, so we'd been through wave 1 all last week, and wave 2, wave 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's okay, 3, 4. Yeah, the 38.2% will be basically around here. So yeah, it's just really a matter of working lower into this area here, where there will be some support at this area. Well, I've said those sort of things before, but we should just expect it at those points. So 158, 156, 5650, close enough there. There's a little group 2 in there, that's all, so that will bring in a little bit of support at this point. So yeah, so it'll just work itself lower. So any sort of any shorts you have there, just just keep the stop out of the way. Okay, moving on to Amazon here, and we're also looking pretty much the same sort of pattern as well here. So I don't know if we're going to get this is the difference here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I've got a different count here where we come down as an A and a B and a C wave here. So where that wave 3 finishes, then we go back up. So we'll be going back up to wave 4 anyway. It's just do we go a little bit higher, and you'll see that on the second count. But the thing here is that in one way or another, we've got this low, and I've just drawn that trend line through there. We've got group 2 here, 65, 72 and 80. So we're going to get support here. So that means that any short trades we have, we need to start peeling them off at 2800 and 2700 area. And we'll do the counts on the way down, but that's sort of what we're looking for here. So it should just travel pretty smoothly into these lows here, and then it's going to get a little bit messy from that count. I think I'll just check on 1000 tick, and then we'll go to 100. I don't know what I've updated here. Okay, this is the other count here where it's a little bit different. Instead of having 5 waves down here, we just get 3 waves down. So we'll just run with this, but like I said, coming into like covering this gap here into the 2800 and group 2 here, we're going to expect a bounce. We'll just see how it goes, how it sinks into here and so on. We'll see what it looks like when it's as it's moving in there, but we need to track it. Both counts will be kind of the same to a point. So yeah, coming down into this space here, so we'll just see how we go with this. See how far it sort of sits in. Plus we've got to bring all the other stocks into play as well. But do expect a bounce off the 2800 in this case, you know. We can bring our stop down further at this point. I think I need to put in taking a percentage at this point on the 2.8. I think we've got this on 5 ticks as well, I think. Maybe not. Maybe so. Okay, oh, this is a slightly different count once again. Okay. I could find support before that. What did I have on this one? Just 1 second. Right, 2 different counts. Just that I got this as 1 and 2 here and 1 and 2 here, and then coming down for 3, but 3 looks a little bit short compared to wave 1 here. This wave 1. It does look like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have to be prepared for moving this stop back, and let's just go back into that 5 tick. Yeah, we might want to move that down a bit. It hasn't really retested this number here, so it can do that. That's 1 and 2. That could be the low. It looks like it's got 3 waves here, so we could get another move on this before oh yeah, could get down there. Just check. I mean, we could have a trailing stop to take a percentage rather than a trailing stop to take everything out. That's at 38.2, so we shouldn't really go above that, but anything's possible on the open. It does look like 5 waves there, doesn't it? But we just have to see how that goes. If I've got it here, I mean, it looks like 5 waves, doesn't it? Unless we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Yeah, well, I think we should be coming down for 1 more, but yeah, just don't know about the open. I think if it goes above here, if it moves back up above there, then you could take a percentage off the table. If it goes down to the 28, we're going to see the bounce off the 28, which could bring it back to this point, you know, before going down again. But I said that before, didn't I? I was expecting rallies to go up and we just didn't get them that much. Anyway, I think just the trend is definitely down. If we keep our stop out of the way, if you see any strength coming in the market, well, then you might want to take some off and replace it back up higher. That might be one way to look at it. Alphabet, Google here. Yeah, pretty sort of straightforward at this point. So we're still looking for 5 waves down. We should see this wave 3 at least be the same length as this. Yeah, so we should be down there somewhere with that. Anyway, we'll just move in. I think we've got it on 105. So I was looking for there. It's kind of a nice 1 and 2, and looking down for 3. It's still not down further enough yet. Still too short, you know. So that could be good for Amazon too, you know. It'll take Amazon down into that 2800 there. Yeah, in this case I've got it as from wave, we've got wave 1 and 2, and then we're going down for wave 3, which is not there, but we've got 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave. So we've still have the fourth and the fifth to go down here, just for the third wave. Minor group 1 is, you can always expect to bounce off number 3, okay? So if that gets down here, expect it to bounce. I'm not going to add any more positions at this point. There's plenty of this on this, but it should just travel pretty smoothly all the way down, which is nice. And then Meta, I'll just stay on this tick chart here. We're looking it down as wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, so it should just continue down. But yeah, I probably might have that wrong there, but I'm just going to leave the stop out of the way, and we can expect a bounce to come off this level here before going down. How big it should be, I don't know. I mean, do I need to look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here as 1 here and 2? Not quite sure about that just yet, but it's certainly not finished to the downside. So, you know, we're looking further down for all of this. Yeah, we'll just keep things out of the way for the time being. This is minor group 2 here, 65, 72 and 80. So, you know, there's going to be support in here somewhere for all of this. And Microsoft, just looking at the bigger picture here for a moment. So from here, we're looking for an A and a B and a C wave down here for this. Excuse me, and then another 3 waves here, and then another 3 waves over here. So, you know, there's going to be support within group 2. It's moving down quite nicely. It still has further to go down in all of this, so we'll see how far that comes down. But let's go in and have a look at this. So that's 2K and 100. So yeah, from here we're looking down in 3 waves. We could end up in 5 waves, but I think this is the right way. So we've been counting down here as wave 1. I have moved these labeling up 1 degree of structure. So, but that's just tuning it in, you know. So still the A and the A and the B and the C for the B wave here, and then looking for 5 waves down. So let's go into that. So we're coming down, and it should just continue further down here, but obviously the previous low and group 2 here will be offering some support, so it can bounce around in here. It might not be as smooth as you would like it to be, so just be mindful of that. On this 100 ticks here from, I think I just moved that up, didn't I? Let me just check on that. Oh no, that's right. Sorry about that. So last time we spoke, we were counting down as 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, and all of this will be the fifth wave here. So wave 1 and 2 in here, and then moving lower from this point. Now I could probably count this a little bit differently as well here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2. Okay, that's about right, I'd say. So yeah, I mean, this can pull back into this space and then move down lower than that point. Could move a bit higher actually. Could move up to here, that's why you need to leave the stop out of the way. In case I've got that wrong, you know, but otherwise it'll just pull back into this space and move on down from there, but we'll just keep that stop out of the way. And minor group 2 is 65, 72 and 80. Okay, it's all good. And Tesla was sticking to the 1000. Now the thing here is I don't know if we're going to get a little move back up to here before we go down, or we're just going to break straight through here for this. But yeah. We do have an impulse wave here, so that means we should, after a correction, get a move down. Like I said, I'm not quite sure if that's an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave up to here, and then down from that point. But anyway, when you visually can see it locked under the 1000, then look for a short position on that, or hedging if you're long. You might want to hedge it for a little while with some other, with a short trade. Square and block here. So yeah, we're looking at it as 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1, ABC for 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit dodgy there, but I could have this green wave 1 here as well, but I'll just leave it as we've got it here so far. We can definitely expect a bounce off 100 before seeing any move down, so just be a bit mindful of that in this space. I was looking at finance sector, you know, I mean, it's kind of involved in that a little bit, you know, so this market, the finance sector, has still got further to come down. I'm not sure if we should have a WXY over here like we've been counting a lot of the stocks, or an ABC here, and then an ABC up here for the B wave, and down for this C wave here. But one way or another, we still need to come down into this space. We still need to be down at, you know, into 33 or something in this XFL sector, ETF for the financial sector at that point, you know. Yeah, and this is what I was trying to do. I'm going to try to time the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the banking sector, all of those, you know, because they're all going to kind of move together to a point. But yeah, once I understand things a little bit better, we'll be able to work out some sort of rough date for this particular low here. So anyway, I mean, the main point here is, like, there's going to be support at 100. And, you know, it can fluctuate from 110 to 90 quite easily within that space, so we need to leave the stop out of the way. I've got a position in there, so I'll just leave it like that at the moment. Looking at PayPal and Shopify, they're kind of in the same boat as well, from wave 4 sort of moving down lower as well, just by the by. So the banking sector here, not the banking sector, sorry, Monday morning. I don't know what countries are on holidays. I mean, we've got Anzac Day here, so that's holiday in Australia, so our markets will be closed, but futures markets around the world open. So basically with this market here, we're looking at down for 1 and 2 here, down for 3, 4 and 5 down to here. So we're looking at this Bank of America here down at 30. So yeah, still more to go. And the good thing about here, you see that it's done, I mean, all of that, it's retested this here now. You know, that's the good thing. It hasn't failed just yet. It'll need to take that low out there to fail. I mean, it's retested in there, but the thing is that that little move in there was a 3 and 4 to 5. So that was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So it's part of that leg. So it's important and it's part of it. You know, it's created, you know, a space for volume to turn over at that price point, that medium level 4 there. But, you know, as a leg, this whole leg now has retested that. So that's sort of doubly important, and taking out the low here would confirm that it's rejected the 40 as being, you know, anything significant to hang on to at this point in time. So we'll see that move through the levels lower. So from 30 to 40, we've got 1, 2, 3 that make up group 1, 5 and 8. So we've got 8 and 5 to get through on this side. We've been working on 10 ticks for this. So we'll just pick it up at that wave 2 there. So yeah, in a nutshell, you can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 here and 2 here. So we're going down for the third wave here. So one would think that the third wave will be longer than this wave, you know, so we'll be down, you know, down here further with all of this. So that's sort of where we're at the moment with this. So it's just about getting the count right here, I guess. So we're looking at 1 and 2 here. I think I've bumped this up 1 degree of structure, but the count's pretty much the same. And then we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm looking at this as 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here and 3, 4, 5. So I'm looking at this as 1 and 2. It could have this wrong and it could kick back up. So do need to leave the stop out of the way. So I'll just copy that. We'll create a stop for that. I'll just put it there. I think that's pretty safe for the time being, at least. Unless all that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 here and going back for 2, which I don't think so. There's a lot of pressure to the downside, so we don't need to worry about it too much. It's probably what the worst could happen, but let's just see how the market unfolds. It looks like, I mean, I'm sort of thinking that we'll get some sort of rally, you know, short covering on the open or something and further down. But and also too, this previous low here is going to kick in some support. We're still within group 2 here, 30.65. Well, when I say 65, 36.50, that's sort of, I'm a bit lazy on that, but I always just call it a 65 number. But because it doesn't matter how I look at group 2, doesn't mean, you know, at a micro level, sub level or minor level, whatever, it's still going to be a number with a 6 and a 5 in there. So I just always call it 65. But in this case, it's 36.50, 37.20, and I always call that 72, and then number 8 here, 80. So that's all of group 2, and it will offer some support. But yeah, the trend is certainly to the downside on that. And Morgan's will be the same. So we're looking from wave 2 here as wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Now, like I said, I could have this wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have this wrong, you know. I mean, we could have this sitting here and then having this sit up here a little bit further. I mean, from looking at all the stocks, we're either going to go into that little move and come down, or we can go a bit higher into the 50-60% and then move down. It's going to be one of those two there. It's going to leave, any rally is going to leave the lows exposed, so that means you could work further downside on these moves, or if group 2 here becomes the retested resistance, you can look to short again at that point. Alrighty, I'll leave it all at that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.